This podcast contains strong language and adult themes from the outset.
Finding the funny. Finding the funny. With Ruth and Ange. Finding the funny.
Hey! Wait for it!
Hang on, here we go.
Party poppers!
Hey! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Mate!
We are in the same room.
I mean, we're actually pretty much, I'm actually nearly sitting on your lap to make this shitting record work. I'm literally, my buttocks are hanging off the side of a chair so that I'm near enough to the mic that I can be heard. Oh, I just clunked with glass.
Oh, God.
Can you tell it's all a bit jovial?
It's very jovial.
Hang on, here we go. Ready, guys? Listen. Oh, that was a bit shit, wasn't it? Try again. Oh. Cheap glasses. That's really
We're at Ange's, so
Yeah,
they're cheap
cheap
glasses.
shit, cheap shit,
Anyway,
mate.
I'm going to have a swig of Prosecco.
Yeah, we're having a swig here, mate, because it's our birthday.
I can't believe it. We're 1 year old.
I mean, who'd have fucking thought we'd be...
Who'd have thought anyone would have listened to us?
Yeah.
Let alone a year on.
Who'd have thought we'd have a couple of big dicks?
I'm doing a party popper for the big dicks. Way!
That is specifically for our big dicks, Joe and Martin, who've just been... Oh, I've just done a little email. I'll just turn that off. There we go.
Strapping, guys, is going to be an interesting one, I think.
and the fact that, I mean, obviously big cellos because it's our birthday, but
Massive cellos.
kind of big cellos because it's back to just
Us too.
yeah. I mean, obviously, Queen, the Queen of
Oh
fucking
my
Hyron
God.
skincare was bloody epic.
She has bought a whole new realm for us.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna have a bite of my scone.
yeah, we've got guys. Just to give you an idea of our setup, I mean, we're actually sweating our tits off because we're sat in my conservatory, which, you know, we all know conservatories is like a bloody greenhouse.
like a fucking furnace.
Yeah. But we're sat in my conservatory at my dining table. We've got laptops and wires and mics and shit everywhere. We've got ching ching, a bit of the old Prosecco going down. And we've also got some scones
Oh, God.
with your finest creme de clottage
Oh, God.
and a nice bit of your raspberry jam.
Now, I want to tell you a story about the fucking raspberry jam. So if you're an OG and you've listened from the start, I get pissed off with Ange. I had Rice Krispies for breakfast this morning. Said to Ange I ate them. I love a Rice Krispie. Ange pulled her face and went, yeah, I'm just not a fan of a Rice Krispie. And I actually said to her right then, right, you fuck me off. Because every single thing I say that I like, you're like, no, I don't really like that. So I'm in Marks and Spencer's, right? Getting the Prosecco, and I think, right, I'm going to get scones.
Yeah.
Ange loves a scone.
Yeah, which I do.
She's never going to turn her nose up at that.
No, that is true.
I'm going to go fruitless.
Yes, you don't like fruit scones.
Because she'll say, I'm just not a fan of fruit in scones.
I mean, raisins.
It's
What
a
the fuck
raisin.
is... What? I mean, raisins are shit, aren't they?
Anyway, I'm then stood at the raspberry jam thinking, right, what am I going to do here? Honestly, I was there for about 10 fucking minutes. And I opted for seedless because I thought Ange would go, I'm just not a fan of the seeds. Right? So I get back, unpack it all. She's like, oh yeah, you went for scones. Amazing.
Yeah.
You got Prosecco, you got party poppers. Yeah. I said, I went for seedless raspberry jam. Ange pulls a face. I just so you know, future, I do like a seed. I was like, for fuck's sake.
I prefer a seed in my jam.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I can't work you out with food. I honestly think I'll say, oh, Ange will like this, and I'll get a, no, I'm just not really a fan of that. It's annoying.
Well, I appreciate the fruitless scones, the creme de clottage, the raspberry with seeded jam, and the old
Prosecco.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah, you gotta have I think Prosecco is my favourite drink.
Is it really?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
Yeah, my favourite alcoholic beveragini.
A Prosecco?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd pick a Prosecco over a champagne unless it was like Cristal.
Yeah, or your Verve.
Yeah. If it's because I just think cheap champagne is shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you're going to go cheap champagne, you may as well go Prosecco.
Exactly. Anyway, look. We thought, because it's our birthday, we'd have a little, we've got a few little questions. So, Ange, what's been your favourite part of the last year?
What, of doing this?
Yeah.
I think my favourite part of the last year has just been getting to hang out more with you.
Same, that's what I was
Yeah, guys, we have not these are just questions we've come up. We haven't talked about them prior to hitting record. But I think that's been lockdown, like we were already close. Just having this time to just spend with you and hang out with you and all the stuff we've talked about, the laughs.
Oh, God.
That has been the absolute joy of the last year, doing this with you. And I hope other people feel that too, because I've just absolutely loved it. And that's definitely been my favourite part of doing the whole podcast.
I think for me, it's been how much people have loved our relationship. Like, I've always known how fortunate I am to have you. I've always known that I struck gold with both you and James in terms of siblings.
I mean, mainly me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, James doesn't fucking listen to this anyway, so, let's just go for it.
I mean, he hasn't got a bloody clue, has he? No,
couldn't give a shit. But I think hearing so many, like, I've had so many messages from people saying, I've got 2 girls, or I'm expecting another girl, or I've got a sister, and just how much joy our relationship has brought to other people. But I also would agree that the closeness that we obviously kept each other sane in the first lockdown. We were just on FaceTime all the time.
Yeah.
And I just think my favourite thing has been, I know on a Monday I'm just going to crack up with you. I'm just going to have the biggest laughs.
Yeah.
We're going to be stupid. It's going to be an hour where we can just forget about everything else.
Yeah.
And my favourite thing has been like how close we've become, I think,
definitely.
in the last
I think
months.
it's just our closeness are always there. It's just enhanced it.
And 100%.
Yeah, we've just kind of loved having that, like you say, that hour together and doing our prep together. I mean, sometimes that can be a bit of a ball ache, but that's the price you pay.
You got to be prepped, mate.
You've got to be prepped.
You've got to be prepped. These scones, oh my God, they're amazing.
Yeah, I wish you could have one, but you probably won't be having one. But
oh God, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So here's a question: favorite guest?
Oh, now this is hard. This is a hard one.
Classic,
yeah,
sensational throwback.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to that one, I don't know what the episode is. But we have a big chat about a hard one. But that is a hard one, actually.
They've all brought different things to the table, haven't they? I mean, Riley, her chat about her mum and her grief, and just her like vivacious, gregarious nature. Yeah. She was. Well, actually, let's go right back. 'Cause you got Anna Martha and Hannah Martin.
Do you know what? That is what I was going to say. Is actually, I think sometimes you can get a little bit. Or I find I can sometimes get a little bit carried away with when you've got the really big dicks on, like with the Hirons.
With the Hirons. If you're listening, Caroline, you're a big dick.
Yeah, I mean, you are I think she's the biggest dick we've had.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, in terms of her, because Ruth Jones would be more of a household name.
Yeah.
But in terms of Caroline's influence.
Yes.
She's
huge.
Oh, my God. I mean, our listens this past week, you can understand why brands want her to love what they create.
Yeah.
Because if she talks about it,
bang.
Echelons.
Echelons.
The highest echelons.
That is what you get with the Hirons.
That's what you get with the Hirons.
Yeah.
So
I think you can sometimes, as amazing as that is, and Hirons, if you are listening, I mean, unlikely, because she's done her bit, hasn't she, now? She's probably not going to listen
She's
to
fucked off
anymore.
now, yeah.
But, you know, maybe she will. And if you are, Caroline,
2 jabs, Kaz.
2 jabs, Kaz, you honestly, you have made our stats go fucking crazy this week. Yeah. Because she's such a huge influence over people. Like, that's incredible.
Hey, listen, hang on. I reached 10k on Instagram this week.
Yeah, she did. Actually, it was yesterday.
Hang on.
It was yesterday. Here we go.
Way! I didn't do any balloons, but I did a fucking party popper.
Yeah. And she's now got the swipe up, which is, I mean, that's
for
epic.
us.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. But anyway, I was saying, is, you know, you get the big dicks on. You've got your Hirons, your Jones, your Ranger Nathan, your Riley. Big, massive, huge dicks. Big deal for us, right? But I'm a big believer, firm believer. I'm a believer.
This is carnage. Never put us 2 in a room for a record ever again.
Especially not when there's the old
Prosecco
buble on the go.
Yeah.
But when, you know, our very first guest was Anna Martha.
Yeah.
And she will always be our Mariah Carey.
Exactly.
So I think, thank God for your Anna Marthas and your Hannah Martins. You know, not quite the, you know, massive dick. But definitely
dicks.
Yeah.
Bigger dicks than us.
Oh, I mean, that's easy, isn't it? I mean, they are your semi-lob-ons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Semi-lob-ons, Martin and Arthur. Martha.
Martin
and Martha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go big, massive.
Hard on.
Hard on.
Yeah.
Hard on.
I think, so if we take our big dicks.
The big ones.
They've all brought something different. I mean, Ramesh was just, I could not stop laughing in that episode.
Yeah.
And then Ruth, obviously, we're closer to Ruth. We know her. It felt like we had a friend with us. It was just so nice to spend an hour with her chatting.
And I also think because of what Ruth brought to the chat, as in all the Gavin and Stacey, you know, there was stuff in that we've never heard before. You know, the stories about them, you know, eating Easter eggs in a hotel room and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's just like such great stories to have been able to share and for her to share them with us. So, yeah, she brought a very different aspect to our podcast, I think.
And then, I mean, the one-liners that Hirons gave us, the amount of people that messaged me saying when she talked about Selma Hayek, get down off the cross, Jesus, we need the word.
Yeah. I mean, she was, you know, not only is she so knowledgeable and wise about the advice she gives.
Yeah.
I do apologise. That Prosecco's really, it's really quite repeating on me now. Sorry about that.
It's the bubble.
It's the bublés.
It's the bublés.
But yeah, you know, the knowledge and wisdom she brings. But the thing that I just could not believe about her was how hilarious.
She's so quick.
Oh my God, yeah. Like just that you just say, she says something, she comes out with a one-liner. You say something, she comes out with a one-liner.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She actually asked me this week if she was my favourite guest.
Well,
I mean, for me, in terms of, I'd never met her. I've loved her for a really long time. I wouldn't say she's my favourite because I've loved everybody we've had on. You're my favourite, Caroline. But I would say in terms of something that this podcast has allowed me to do, which I don't know how else I would have got to have done, is spend an hour with her.
Yeah.
I would say all the other guests I'd met before, and I don't know Ramesh, but I'd met him a couple of times. I'd chatted to him.
Yeah.
I don't see how else my path would have crossed with someone like the Hirons. Listen, we've had some great people on, haven't we?
Amazing.
In the past year. We're so lucky. We're so lucky.
I'm so grateful.
100%.
And you know, while we're here, being a bit lovey, darling, listeners.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Where the fuck would we be without them?
Nowhere.
So, to all you guys that listen week in, week out and engage with us on the socials, you know, again, it's our 1 year birthday, but
wow,
none of this would be happening without people tuning in and listening every week and enjoying, you know, some of the shit we talk about. So,
but I also think it's the amount of people that have not just, it's the interactions that we've had, isn't it? It's how much people have taken finding the funny into their hearts.
Into their hearts and lives. Yeah.
But if you do listen regularly and you want to vote for us at the British Podcast Awards,
Yes, Pat's nice.
you absolutely can for listeners' choice. And Ange and I would be over the moon if we won listeners' choice. So if you're new around here or if you're old or whatever, you just go to the British Podcast Award website, / listeners' choice. You search Finding the Funny, and then it takes 2 minutes to vote for us. So if you haven't done it and you want to, it would mean the world to us if you went and did
really
that.
would. It really, 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 really would.
Yeah.
We are now moving into the big question. And
The birthday edition.
yes, nice. That was nice. Yeah.
Okay, what do you admire most about each other?
Okay, so the thing I admire most about Pat's,
I'm going to try not to cry,
is your sheer drive and determination and your belief in us. I think out of the two of us, I'm always the one that's like, no, it's probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, let's just keep doing it. But, let's just wait and see. You make me believe and you make me strong. That honestly, that is 100%. And I so admire that in you. And I wish I had more of that. In fact, I think in this last year, I have gained more of that.
Definitely.
And I think that's just because I see that in you and you just inspire me to want to be more like that. And yeah, that's what I admire about you. Your belief in yourself, but then your belief in us together. And I just admire that. And it really does inspire me to try and be more Patty.
Hey! I think though, Ange, you don't realise what you've got to say to the world. Honestly, I've said that to you before, but I really don't think you realise the joy and the funniness and what the things that you say and the stuff that you bring to the people around you. I think you are that classic. You didn't get married young, but your life has been the oldest of 3, very responsible from a very early age, oldest of 3 and a girl, very conscientious, very hardworking, just get your head down, get on with it. Like, you met Ian, you got married, you had kids, and it was like, well, this is my purpose, is to be a mum. And I think over the last few years that has definitely changed and grown. But I think it's so difficult. We've said this before, but it's difficult where I sit in terms of sometimes I can think, what is my purpose? Because I haven't got kids and I haven't created the next generation, and I'm not, other than my nieces and nephews and friends' children, I'm not ploughing myself into anybody. What's my purpose? But I actually think for women on the other side, it's really hard.
Very much
because
so.
Other than being a mum, what is my purpose? What am I here for?
Yeah.
The thing I admire the most about you, Ange, is Ange is exceptionally kind, and I don't say that in a kind of like #be kind way. For Ange, she is not. I'm a bit starry-eyed. I'm a bit like, oh my god, like
hi Rons
alert. I'm a bit like, and Ange, you are just. You don't care if you're talking to a delivery driver or the Queen
or hi Rons
or the Queen hi Rons. You are just you. You have the most exceptional ability to just meet people, be kind, be polite. I get a bit like, yes, but it's, Ramesh Ranganathan, or yes, but it's Caroline Hirons, and you're just like, they're just a person, Pats. They're just a person. And I think, I wish, I love your, we've said this before, I think we balance each other out.
Yes.
I love your measured, thought through, how are we going to approach this, what are we going to do, versus my god, let's just get on and do it. And I think that I just admire so much that you are not fazed, you are not bothered about who is in front of you. You will just treat them exactly the same way. You don't care. You don't
No.
care what somebody does for a job. And I think lots of people profess to be like that,
Mm.
but I don't think there are many people that can just be so authentically you and just so like, okay, that's what you do. It's really nice to meet you. Like, and I think probably that comes from Mal. I think Dad is very
Yes.
like that.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
he can just chat to anyone. He can
Yeah.
be himself around anyone. He doesn't care what you really do for a
Yeah.
job. He wants to know about you.
Yes.
And I think that is such a lovely quality to just be yourself.
And but I think, Pats, that ultimately is why we work so well.
Yeah.
Because, the things I admire in you, I don't have naturally. It's just not something that comes out. But I need you, and I need someone like you to give me a bit of a push, to tell me that you can do this, Ange.
Yeah.
And actually, there isn't anyone else that can do it. You've just got to do it. And at the same time, sometimes I think you need my sort of, actually, let's just slow down.
Chill.
It's just the Hirons. It's just Jones. It's just Rang and Nathan.
Chill.
Just be you. We'll be fine. And I think that ultimately, is why we work.
Anyway,
that was really quite sentimental,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the big questions of the birthday edition. Ange,
Yes.
what has been getting on your shitting tits?
Right. Now, this has been an issue for me for a long time, but I actually kind of forgotten about it until
I love these ones.
until a couple of weeks ago.
Fabulous.
Nice. And I was actually standing pitch side watching the boy play football.
Right.
Okay. And I was chatting away. My Nella was there. I was actually chatting away to my friend Tomo. Shout out to Tomo, although he only listens when there's big dicks on, so he's probably not listening to this. Rude, yes, rude.
That gets on my shitting tits.
Yes.
That gets on my shitting tits.
Yes. Should we give his full name?
Don't come round here, Tomo, thinking you're a fucking fan, pulling up a chair when we got Rang and Nathan on,
Yeah.
and then fucking off.
That's exactly what he did. Anyway, chatting away to Tomo. Tomo is a massive Harry Styles fan. Big in the Harry Styles, right?
Who isn't?
That's true, actually, yeah. Anyway, so Tomo's chatting away, so he goes, oh, yeah, have you seen Ange? Harry Styles has been wearing this new cardigan. And I went, oh, Gucci, because he's doing a big load of shit with Gucci, and he like James.
Yeah.
God.
Dicking around with bloody Gucci.
Dicking around. Anyway, he goes, have you seen Harry's been wearing this cardigan? And I went, oh, Gucci. He went, no, this is another brand. I said, all right, yeah. So he gets up this picture of this cardigan, right?
Right.
I don't now know what the design, Tomo probably told me, but I can't remember. But this cardigan, right, cost £1,500. A cardigan. The cardigan looked like something you'd pick up in H&M for 25 quid.
Right.
Right? And this is what gets on my shitting tits. Designer brands and designer shit really fucks me off. Why? Why is that cardigan £1,500? Sure, it'll be made by some super flash designer. Probably makes it for like 100 quid.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Selling it for 15. What? I mean, how I feel about designer shit.
I know, and I'm different. I'm different, aren't I?
You love the designer shit. It really pisses me off.
I'd spend 65 quid on a moisturiser.
Exactly. What a crock of shit. I don't get it.
I think the thing is, when you're the Styles, what do you spend your money on?
I don't care. But why do we have to make a big deal about Harry Styles wearing a cardigan that costs 1,500 quid? Why is that a thing? Why do we need to know?
Okay, so did they put that in the news then? Was it?
I don't know. Tomo's chatting about it, isn't he?
Right. Tomo's giving it your big time Harry Styles 1,500
And then I kind of lose it because I'm like Tomo, I don't need to know about that shit.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just another, to me, right, it's showing off. and I don't like showing off.
Well, I don't think if you're going around going, oh yeah, this cardigan, you like it, yeah.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sure he's not doing that.
So I don't. Well, then if you don't know, how is
But
it showing off?
I feel that a lot of people, it's like all these fucking influencers on the gram. They're forever out photographed with their Gucci handbag, photographed with their, I don't know what other kind of brand of flashy trainer, your Yeezys and all that shit.
Prada.
Prada. They're out there getting papped with all this shit on. That is showing off.
No.
Yes,
no,
it is.
No, because it's all relative.
No.
Yes.
Fine. You've got all the money in the world to go and buy that shit. Fine. Go and buy it. You don't need to be flashing it around.
But if you're just being papped and you're wearing...
No, but I don't just mean papped. I mean, they go and they have specific photos taken in a particular environment which makes them look super hot, and they've got the bag over the shoulder, or they've got the trainers, or the... That shit.
I wish you could see Ange right now, because actually we obviously do this normally on Zoom, and there's a certain amount of, you can get the animation, but actually sat next to her, she's fucking losing it.
Wow.
She is pointing at the mic.
Yes, I am.
She's doing a lean in, she's doing a lean back, she's pointing, she's shaking her head, she's frowning at me. She's giving it all the gesticulation.
Yeah, and disgust.
She's disgusted.
Yeah, I am. I don't like it.
I don't mind it. I feel like if you've got that amount of money...
Okay, here we go then, guys. Who is with me on the designer shit and the kind of showy offy designer element of some people, and who's with Pat who just thinks, you know what, if you've got the cash to go and get it and you want to flaunt it, flaunt it.
I don't think you should ever get yourself into debt. And it's interesting because I read an article this morning from the Hirons.
Right.
She was talking about, she doesn't say to people, you must have this cleanser or you must have this exfoliator. She doesn't, she's saying, don't credit card your skincare. Exactly the same. Don't credit card your, if you think it gives you a status, it's bollocks. Don't do it. Wear the £20 cardigan from H&M. Nobody needs to get themselves into debt to have a designer bag. Nobody needs to spend 65 quid on a moisturiser. I'm in a very fortunate, very privileged position that I can spend that on a moisturiser.
I'm not, I totally agree. Like, if you've got the money to spend 65 quid on a moisturiser, or 600 quid on a handbag, or 1,500 quid on a cardigan, fine. I've got no issue with you spending it. My issue is with the kind of the flashy, look at how much this costs, look what I've got, look what I'm wearing.
Sure.
That part of society I really don't like, and I do struggle with it. And I do struggle when Tomo is going to meet Ange. Have you seen Harry in his cardigan? It's 15. I could not give less of a shit about the 1,500 quid cardigan.
Okay, guys, well, get in touch.
Yeah.
You can find us both on Instagram. I'm at Ruth Corden.
And I'm at Ange Corden. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast. Or you can send us an email, hello@ruthcorden.com.
Okay. So, dickish behaviour.
Yes.
This is a good one, I think, this week.
It is a good one.
It came in from Jane on the gram.
Yeah.
And it says, people who check into the gym on Facebook. Yeah, we're with you, Jane. Fuck off.
Yes. In fact, I'm saying on all social media platforms, people who are checking in at the gym, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twatter,
TikTok.
What? Grindr. Is that a thing?
Grindr's a dating app, predominantly for gay men.
Well, they probably do check in.
They probably do. They probably do a lot of gym check-ins, actually. Yeah. What? I don't give a shit.
I don't.
Do you know the other thing that really pisses me off? When people take a picture of their salad.
Yeah.
And it's like, hashtag cutting out the carbs. Fucking eat the slice of bread. Eat the breadstick and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it is.
It's called enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's called living.
Yeah.
Yeah, YOLO and all that shit.
I'm I just made this bulgur wheat salad.
Bulgur. Bulgur. I've just made this vulgar wheat.
It tastes like a crock of shit, but hashtag looks good on the gram.
Yeah.
There is I mean, I think the tide is turning a bit in terms of like health at every size,
yes.
body inclusivity.
Mm.
Like, I think there is, but there still isn't there this like, I've got to only show the perfect stuff that I eat when I go to the gym, drinking 2 gallons of water.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just say, for lunch I had 2 pieces of white bread.
Yes.
For
Smeared with peanut butter.
for breakfast I had Wheatos.
Yeah.
As Dad would call them, sugars.
Because Mal can be a prick.
Oh, Mal's having a salad.
Yeah.
We can go to a great pizza
Yeah.
joint and Mal will order a salad.
Yeah.
Eat the fucking pizza.
Yeah. And actually, quite often, Mal, your salad is as many calories as my fucking massive pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Because you've got croutons and dressing and shit on
You've
it.
got all of that going on.
Shit on it. Shit on it.
That's also, I just think, like, you know, Sandy checked into David Lloyd. Yeah, Sandy, you probably had a coffee and a chat with your friend while you were at David Lloyd. You weren't working out.
You've done 5 squats.
You went into the sauna,
Yeah.
did 1 lap of the pool, and then had a smoothie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit
No.
that you've checked into the gym.
To be honest, I don't really like the checking in thing, full stop.
Right, you're not into that.
I'm really not a big thing. I've checked in here, I'm checking in. Actually, I did put on my story the other day that I was in a posh toilet. But you
didn't check in the hotel, did you?
No, and I don't. There again, it's a bit showy off.
It's the showy offy, isn't it?
Look at me, I'm at the gym. Look at me, I'm at a posh hotel. Look at me, I've gone for a swim. Look, it's just that shit. The checking in shit, the designer shit.
The showy off.
The showy off. It's showing off. It is showing off. And I
Yeah.
do have a bit of a thing with that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about, though, if it's not all the time?
Yeah. I think occasionally if you're going somewhere nice and you want to be able to sort of share that.
Yeah.
Occasionally, fine. Go for it, Pamela. The people that are doing it incessantly every fucking day.
Oh, God.
I mean, just jog on.
I mean, I don't think I've checked into a gym for about 10 years.
Have you ever checked into a gym?
I think I have.
Have you?
Yeah, when I went through my big, like, going to the gym every day, didn't I?
I ain't checked into any gym, anytime, anywhere, any place. I never will.
You went very Danny Dyer.
Yeah.
I never will, because I'll be at the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there ain't no way I'm checking into a gym, is there? Bloody hell.
No.
There's probably no way I'm putting a picture of a salad. Oh no,
No.
I did. I put a picture of a chicken and bacon salad up the other day.
But you know what? I think it is that thing of everything in moderation. Like, fine, if you're a big gym bunny, great. Everyone's already going to know. A little bit like my hashtag Peloton wanking, right?
Got it.
I do it again. I've actually lessened off that because I'm like, do you know what? This is actually probably really getting on people's nerves now. They don't need to know I'm wanking every day.
Can you say tits rather than nerves? Because I think
Tits.
that sits with our show theme better.
It's actually getting on people's tits.
Shitting tits.
Shitting tits. But I think it's just being a bit more conscious and a bit more aware
Yeah.
of how much you're putting on whatever social media platform you're on.
Yeah.
And just kind of thinking, do you know what? No one gives a shit.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about what I've done, whether I've wanked today or I haven't.
Although there might be some people who actually want to know if you've been actually wanking.
Well, I wouldn't be sharing that. That is definitely remaining private.
Would you ever do like an advert for a vibrator?
No.
Wouldn't you?
No.
If you want to try this new swipe up.
I could not think of anything. And that's not, I appreciate that lots of women do that. And I celebrate that they do.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Because I just know.
Too embarrassed.
I just laugh. I just be laughing.
Yeah.
I couldn't say it.
No.
Check out this new vibrator I bought the other day on Love Honey. Is that one of the places? Lovehoney.com. It's a very good girth. It's got 3 speeds: fast, medium, and slow.
The clitoris stimulation is fantastic.
I just couldn't do
You
that.
couldn't do it. No, I don't think I could either. And I've sort of thought, what's that about? But I think it is because I mean, we couldn't even keep a straight face when we had the sex therapist on. If you haven't listened to that episode, that is a really good episode. But Ange and I, on a few occasions, were cracking up
Yeah.
when she talked about, like,
I mean,
just
Kate
going,
could do it. I mean,
oh, shit.
she just goes for it, doesn't she?
Just go and
Yeah,
masturbate.
just go and have a masturbation. It's just like,
Yeah, I don't think I could either.
No.
I just feel like I would have like an out of body experience where I was watching myself and I was thinking, what the fuck are you doing, Ruth? Like, this is not your vibe.
no.
This is not your
No.
bag.
I think, I'm all up for that, right? And we've actually had this discussion.
We
on
have.
about sort of, female masturbation and the fact that actually we need to normal. For men and boys, it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
You do it when you hit puberty and it continues.
Yeah.
For girls and women,
You know what the problem is? You're going to love this. It's the patriarchy. You got to say it. Patriarchy.
sister. I'm feeling really giddy now.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's the mix of the heat and
the
the
prosecco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Beagles.
The
Yeah.
Beagles.
They've really gone for it.
Anyway, that I think we're with you, Jane.
Yes, very much.
Very dickish.
Yes, Jane.
Very, very dickish.
And we thought, Pats, didn't we? Just to kind of finish our birthday ep, that maybe it'd be worth talking about what ifs. The what ifs of life.
Yeah.
And I think that's, the amount of times we've talked in this last year about what if we had never started this? What if we'd never sort of just hit Zoom, hit record, edited it to a certain degree and shoved it out into the world? Like, what if we'd never done that? What if we'd never just taken that risk and gone for it?
We wouldn't have earned the $25 each that we've earned off of it so far. But also, I think, what if we had, because we were a bit like, we're just going to send it to anyone, weren't we?
Yeah.
Like, anyone that's got an email address that we know of or that we can Google, it's going out. Should we send it to this person? Should we send it to that person? Oh, yeah, send it to them.
Yeah.
And we were quite, I think, ballsy, I suppose, because it was pretty shit. The sound was pretty shit. As a couple of our original listeners have said, it was very period and chocolate chat heavy. Wait. So it was like, we were like, that was a real risk.
It was.
Because a lot of people could have been like, a few people did message back and say, one woman, we won't say where she worked, but one woman messaged us back and said, I really thought it was going to be excellent. And it sort of was a bit disappointing. I was on one of my daily walks in lockdown 1 when I got that. I remember exactly where I was. The daily walk of lockdown. Fucking hell. Whoever thought that would be a sentence that someone would say? Daily walk of lockdown. Well, that's allowed out of my house. Only a mile radius from my house for 20 minutes.
Oh, God. That is so funny.
We had quite a lot of people say, not sure you're that good, actually. You sound a bit shit. Who does your editing? But I think, what if we hadn't have just been so sort of, and look, who knows what's around the next corner, but there's a couple of exciting things that
potentials.
I think, and then, I start to think, in a bit more of a serious vein, what if I'd have had a baby? And that's a really difficult thing to think about, actually, because there's obviously this massive part of my heart, and there always will be, that would have been like, well, it's okay because you'd have had the baby, but actually, would I have still felt like there was something else missing?
Yeah.
Like the creativity that I love of doing this, the stuff we talked about at the beginning about, the laughs we have together, the joy that we find. Like, if I'd have had a baby, it's highly unlikely we would have been in the place to be able to do this. Yeah. So I think, for me, there's a whole conversation around, you never know what life's got for you. No. You don't ever know when you're in the deepest, darkest depths of feeling like your life is never going to look like you dreamed or you wanted it to. just hang in there, because it might not be a podcast, it might be a promotion or a new job, but I definitely look back and I think, what if? What if I had a 2-year-old or a 4-year-old?
Yeah.
The time that we give to this would have been nigh on impossible, really, especially in the early days.
And I think that is exactly it, Pat. So I think, like we said at the top, like for you, the not having a baby or growing your family has been a huge heartache for you, and has had awful days, weeks, months that have been really hard. And again, you kind of feeling like, I don't know what my purpose is, I don't know what I'm here for. And in exactly the same way, I think in the last few years of my life, I have definitely had those exact same feelings. Yes, in a different way, because I'm like, okay, I have had 2 children, but I'm this 40-something woman, and I feel like I feel I have more to offer the world than obviously what I have, and the fact that I have 2 children, and I'm able to watch them grow and help them develop as good, kind people. But that's not going to be my life forever. No. And for me, definitely I actually found out the other day I'm actually only 45. I thought it was 46.
Yeah, I've just been telling everyone she's 46. She's not. She's definitely only 45.
But I think in the last 5 years, probably since my 40th birthday, I have had a real feeling of, what am I about? What am I here for? Yes, I'm a mum. Yes, I'm a wife. Yes, I'm a sister. Yes, all those things that I can tick.
Yeah.
But I still felt like there was something missing, or I had something else that I was able to bring to the world, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I think it is that thing of just going, at whatever age you are, at whatever point in life you find yourself in, like you say, don't give up. Hang on in there and look for all the things that make you uniquely you, because we need everybody, and everyone has something to bring and offer. And yes, it might not be in a podcast way, but don't ever think that life stops or life's over just because things haven't maybe happened in the way you thought they were going to.
I think just finally, that is one of, to bring it full circle, one of the most amazing things about Caroline Hirons.
Yes.
Because she is a 50-something woman, absolutely at the top of her game, completely bossing it, not too old, not aging disgracefully, not like, to have somebody who has such influence at 51.
Yes.
When she's surrounded by an industry that are 20-somethings who have half the knowledge and experience that she does. But she's got 4 kids. She is a mum, and she decided to take the balls by the horns when she was in her 40s and thought, I'm gonna start. I love working on the beauty counter, but I'm gonna start giving my advice to a wider audience of people. God, look at her now.
Yeah.
And she had the balls and determination to say, I've got something else. And that's one of the things I love about her, is that she's menopausal, she's 50-something, she's in her 50s, doesn't care what people think, because she's got such a thicker skin. And I just think there is never a point in your life where you should think, I'm too old or it's too late.
Yeah.
Everybody, I put a post on Instagram last night that was all about taking up your space. Everybody has got a space at the table, and everybody has moments where they think, God, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to want to listen to this. This is awful. It's shit. It's rubbish. But if you don't I do think all the time, what if we hadn't have started it?
Oh, so do I.
We'd still both be thinking, God, what are we going to do?
That's exactly it.
And I think the joy that this has brought us, and the potential now, the sort of platform that we've created for ourselves, the team that we have around us, the things that could potentially, hopefully be on the horizon, is really exciting. And that is all just because we said, fuck it.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And we have got a massive table.
Everyone.
I mean, this FTF, this Finding the Funny table is fucking huge.
You're all welcome.
You are all welcome at this table.
100%.
Sisters and misters.
Hey! Well, listen, I can't believe we're a year old. Happy birthday, Finding the Funny.
Yes!
We hope you've enjoyed this birthday episode. Obviously, there's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find us both on Instagram. I'm at Ruth Gordon.
And and I'm at Ange Corden. You can find us on Facebook. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
And for the last time,
you can send us an email, hello@ruthcorden.com, soon to be changed.
hey!
Whee.
But we will be back next week helping you to find more of the funny.